Hello everyone and welcome, it's Shanna. Now I've got this set here that I've started with this Love from Lizi product, and I've got 6 of them. And I started this on the Love from Lizi hop at the end of November. And I think I said in that video that I was going to make this set my December set for submission so that I'll have a chance to win. And so I'm just going to do a few more of these cards today on this video, and then we'll wrap it up on another video later, and then I will have my set of 15 for December. Now, these have been laying in a tray since the hop in November, and it looks like the corner got bent on a couple of these panels. So I just took my bone folder and flattened it down, and I think it's going to be just fine. The pink one got bent as well, so I'm going to do the same thing with it, and we'll just get it glued down on there. So I'm working on sketch 8 here, and I've just got this embossed panel, and I just used one of my embossing folders to emboss it and add some interest to it. And then the sketch calls for 3 of these squares that you're going to lay down on your card, and I'm just layering it up. I've got the Party Time paper pad from Love from Lizi, and I've cut it according to the cutting guide, and I'm using this brown and gold festive paper here. And then I've got 3 banners that are cut according to the cutting guide using some more of that paper. And we're just going to get these laid down on here. I've also selected some pieces of ephemera from the Party Time ephemera pack. And I'm just going to adorn my card with them. And I'm just using some gold mirrored cardstock. It's pretty inexpensive cardstock. I think I just picked it up at one of my local craft stores when I was out of gold. And I'm just going to lay these banners down here on the left edge, and they go from longest to shortest. And this is a really fun sketch. Very clean looking. And so I picked the present to put down there with my squares, and I've also brought in a star. And I thought this could be just a fun card. You could make this a birthday card or a party card or whatever you want to do. It could be a New Year's card. Some of these are New Year's cards, and some of these I'm going to make like birthday cards. I'm just going to tuck that star in, and then I'm going to bring in some embellishment pieces. And I've just got some gold enamel, I don't know, baubles or whatever you want to call them. They're not the flat ones, they're more rounded. And I'm just going to lay 2 up at the top and 1 at the bottom and just add some extra shimmer to it. So that'll finish off that card, and we're going to move on to our next card. So we've got sketch 8 here, and it looks like it is packed full of a lot of goodness. We've got a wreath, and we've got a bow. We've got a couple of squares there, pieces of ephemera, and a couple pieces of pattern paper. So I'm just going to get this gold shimmer laid down on here. And I'm going to have to cut my card base. It's a little bit off. And now we're just going to begin building our card. So this sketch calls for a square piece that's going to go up at the top. And then we're going to have another decorative piece at the bottom. And this one actually calls for like a ribbon or a string, some twine or something that you would wrap around there. But since I had this little bow in the ephemera pack, I thought I'm not going to add that and tie a bow. I'm just going to add this bow here just to represent that particular element of the sketch, and we'll just lay it down on there. And it also calls for a layering circle piece. And I've just got this gold scalloped circle there that I'm going to lay down first, and I'm going to lay my wreath on it. And I really didn't need this piece because I'm going to wind up filling this wreath all in. You won't see that gold on there, but I'm just going to take and pop the wreath up. I'm just going to take some of these thin foam strips, pull the backer sheet off of them, and then they'll just kind of bend around there. And they're kind of get twisted up on me, but. And then I was thinking that I had some more, I was looking at, and I really don't like kind of the gold showing through there. It kind of looks, I don't know, strange to me. So I knew I had some more pieces of the floral that kind of matched that wreath. And so I'm just reaching into my little tray there and pulling out several pieces and kind of making my wreath be more full, and I'll actually fill the whole thing in with just those pieces of ephemera there, and we'll just cover up all that gold. So I really didn't need that gold circle on there at all. And I'm going to get it laid down on there. I've got a little bit of gold peeking through there, but I'll come back around and fill that in. So I'm actually layering this sentiment on top of an ephemera piece that has a sentiment on it. And I just thought it would be a nice layering. I liked the ephemera piece. And so now I'm going to find another element to stick inside there and completely cover that gold up. And I'm just digging through there. This isn't the one that I think I'll eventually wind up with. I think I'm going to go with this one and get it laid down in there. So we'll just put a dab of glue and we'll get it laid down in there, if I can hold on to it. So there we go. So that's a really neat sketch. And so we've got 7 and 8 complete, and we're just going to move on to 9. This one's really pretty. Now this, I took a brown panel, and I actually embossed it with an embossing folder, and it's really pretty. And I'm just going to get it laid down on there. We're going to have some great texture for this one. And I thought, because I'm using a floral element on this one, that the fern-looking background would be nice with that. So I've got my base panel all ready, and I'm just going to start layering up my elements. So again, I'm going to use some of that gold mirrored cardstock that I picked up, and we're going to use this pink panel here. And you could go either direction on this panel because the pattern is going in both directions. So I think it'll be fine. That's one of the things you want to pay attention to when you're working with Kinder's Card Challenges, the direction that the cutting guide goes in, so that you can choose your directional paper carefully. For this one, it didn't matter because it was going in both directions. I'm going to tuck a couple of banners up underneath there and get them pressed down before it's all glued up. And I had an extra piece there. And then I'm going to layer some more ephemera. There's like a banner that you could stamp something on, and then another piece of ephemera that says "Let's Celebrate." I'm going to layer those two up. And for this floral element, I'm just going to pop it up and put it in the upper left-hand corner and just have a real pretty little element there. And this could be another birthday card as well. I'm in need for birthday cards, so I'm kind of trying to focus on, some cards that would be suitable for birthday as well. I'm just going to pull the release paper off on this and get it set down on our card base. I put plenty of foam tape on there. And this is the one I'm just going to layer. I'm going to layer the "Let's Celebrate" on this thin stripped banner here, and just kind of put it in the center. And then we'll get it laid down on our card base. Just trying to move it and get it right there in the center. And it'll just add some more floral elements to this. And I'm going to bring in some more of those gold embellishments and pop some of those down and just add a little bit of extra shine. And I think it turned out really pretty. So let's just do 10. And this one is another one that has like a cake and a present on there. And I've chosen I stamped one of the sentiments from the stamp set that came with this. And this panel, again, I've embossed it just to add some detail to it. And we're going to lay it down. It has a nice little white frame around there. And then this is kind of similar to the other one, only we're going to put another panel, another layer. This square here is smaller than the one we put on the last card. But we'll get it laid down on there, and then we're going to add another couple layers to the bottom of this square. And I'm just going to layer it again with my gold, just trying to be consistent with my layering there. And that's a real pretty floral pattern on that too. I love that with the black. Just very interesting colors. This set has really interesting colors. I really like it. And so I'm going to just glue my present down, and then I'll pop my cake up. We'll have a little bit of dimension on there. And then I've chosen to just stamp the stamp set on some black onyx with some white pigment ink and some white embossing powder and embossed it. And I'll add that sentiment to this card. I think it says do something good today. And I thought that could also go along with a birthday card. And we'll pop that up and lay it just kind of over our present. And then I'm going to put my sentiment down there. We'll just glue it directly down. And then the sketch calls for something on the corner of this layer here. So I just brought in some of the floral ephemera pieces there, and I'll lay it down. And I think it looks really pretty, and it can be used for another birthday card. So we'll move on to sketch 11. And this one is a little bit of a tricky one because you got to do some paper piecing with it. So I've got another black panel here, and this is just an onyx black. I'm going to get this gold and layer up on it, and we'll get it laid down on there. I like the black and gold contrast together. That's really pretty. And then we've got several different pieces of pattern paper. Now this one has black and gold on it, and then we've got some of that floral paper, and then the pink, and some of the polka dots, and the floral that we're going to bring in. We've got several different patterns here that I think we're using. And then I've got the piece of ephemera that says party time. So this could be, another birthday card or just any kind of a party card. And I'm going to put the bottom piece and the top piece on first and just get a tiny little edge up there because it's pretty tight. And then it'll help me to get it laid down. I'm going to use my T-square to kind of get the top piece and the bottom piece lined up in the same spot. And then I'll just use these other 4 pieces and just kind of fill in and try to make them fit as best I can. And you can see I'm just trying to get it in my head how I'm going to get them laid down on here. And then just pick one piece up at a time and then get it laid down. And I'm going to use that top one to kind of help me line it up to keep it even. And my stomach it seems like every time I do voiceover, I'm hungry. And my stomach is growling because I've got roast potatoes and carrots in the crock pot. It's been cooking all day and the house smells wonderful. Can't wait to eat. I told my husband, I said, let me finish this voiceover and then we'll eat. So when I get this done, we'll have a nice smell. So I'm going to pop up our party time and get it laid down in the center of this design here. I think that looks fun. Now I'm going to go searching for some ephemera or something else that I want to add to it. And I'll just add another piece to the top of it, and this will finish off this card. So I've got 5 cards done. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.